What's up guys, Soul here with my good friend Akidearest.
Hey guys!
If you're not subscribed to her, follow her already. She's the anime queen of YouTube. Go follow her, link in the description. But we just both watched The Promised Neverland, a hype new anime this season that you guys probably have already heard of. For us, we've been seeing it in Japan all over for maybe the past 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
It's been all over Japanese shelves, the manga. I've always wanted to read it, but at the same time, I've wanted to just wait and enjoy the anime as it comes out. And now I'm glad I did, because each episode is more and more and more suspenseful. Go watch it on Crunchyroll. It's one of the best anime of the 2019 season so far. The other anime I'm watching that I enjoy maybe just as much as that is Dororo. I think most people think it's one of the best anime of the season.
It's definitely one of the most talked about. And Dororo I've been meaning to start because Joey keeps talking about it.
Yeah, that's another anime you guys have to check out. These kids start off in an orphanage and it's just kind of suspenseful, dramatic. Obviously something bad is going to happen. They all think they're going to be adopted, and the episode kind of goes on and on with them taking some kind of test.
And then some shit happens.
Everyone's
some disgusting dark shit that makes me hate all fucking adults. Fuck the adults in this anime, man. Sorry. You might want to bleep me out.
And then everything goes to hell.
Starts off with them playing tag, and then like one of the more younger orphans of the entire thing apparently gets adopted and is going to be sent out. Connie?
Connie.
Yeah, she gets sent out. You know, everyone has like kind of an emotional goodbye. It starts off with a pretty bright vibe.
Yeah, I think, is everyone happy for Connie?
Yeah. Everyone was happy for her. Like, they were sad, like, because they think that she's about to start off a new life. You know, she's no longer an orphan. There's someone that actually cared about her. Little did she fucking know. Nobody in this world cared about her.
And it's this like contained world, so we don't really know what's outside of the orphanage. It's like the orphanage, the grounds, you got the mom and 38 kids. The 6-year-old is going to be taken to this wonderful family. Nope, she's dead. They're all being raised as cattle to be eaten by demons.
So messed up.
I've heard only amazing things about the manga, so I'm sure it's just as good, if not better, in the manga. But the way they did it, like, you knew something was gonna happen the entire episode. You have the mom who always has this like grimacing look on her face. You kind of know she's gonna be a bad character by the music, the way she's acting. Obviously she's the one who's raising the kids and then feeding them to the demons.
Yeah, the moment you see sort of like those ID numbers on their neck, you know that there's something else behind it.
And I thought that was a really cool detail too.
Yeah.
It just looks
because that's what you do with cattle. You basically have to ID them, you know what I mean? So that's essentially, the kids are being treated exactly like cattle, and the mom has absolutely no remorse for what she's doing to these innocent kids.
Because the first half of the episode, I was like, am I even gonna keep watching this? This is kind of boring.
Yeah.
And then you realize what actually is happening, and it's so dark.
First we have Emma, and we've got Norman. And all of the orphans are told not to go past a certain gate. The mom puts it in their mind that if they go past that gate, bad things will happen, or like they'll end up being alone, no one will take care of them or whatever. So she installs fear into them to make them not go past it, but of course they go past it. Because I think it's because they're the older kids, and when you get older, you do the exact opposite that adults tell you to do.
Yeah.
So like, I think that's another thing, you know. I remember when I was 12, when my mom tells me not to eat the cookie, I'll fucking eat the cookie.
I was like, these kids are definitely going past the gate. That's how the episode opens up even.
Yeah,
it's like they're at the gate already, and they're looking out of it. It kind of interests you directly from the start. Then it gets all happy, family-friendly fun. Then it just goes straight to
kind of says a lot about like life a little bit. It's like your parents try to shield you, and then it's like, let me see. Oh God, this is life. Like. God, oh my gosh. So that was just all in episode 1. For me personally, I knew that something was gonna happen. I was wondering what those IDs were, but I didn't think that was gonna happen. That was gonna happen.
And it was like, you heard those noises of the demons and everything.
Yeah.
And it was like
when the demon
dark.
When the demon looked under the thing,
God,
when you saw his eyes.
My heart was beating so fast.
His eyes are like all over the place. And then they were running, and then they were just traumatized by the whole thing. Oh my God.
See, the whole episode I was just kind of like watching through casually, and then I was like, holy shit, I need to show this to my friends. Like, that was like
and that was just episode 1.
So in episode 1, there's these 38 kids, and then they're taking, I believe they start taking the test in episode 1.
To build build up like their brain because they said that the brain is the tastiest part of the human. So I think they're just trying to exercise it.
Yeah, I thought they were grading them, like who's the smartest.
Who has the better brain. Norman and Ray are definitely competitive with each other's intelligence, and then Emma has a really good sense of like abilities and intelligence.
Yeah, really good physical ability.
Yeah,
Emma does.
But she's naive. Episode 2 is when they gotta fake all of it. Pretend like they never saw anything. Dude, I wouldn't be able to fake it, man. This is about some 12-year-old kids who are much more mature than me.
Kind of like, really? They're that intelligent.
They planned
already?
this far ahead.
They kind of set that up in the series, though. They say at one point that this orphanage is one of the best, right?
Yes, yes.
So we also know that there are other orphanages out there, which is even more creepy. We don't read the manga. We don't know what's happening in the outside world yet. When they do get out, is it going to be even more fucked up?
I want to know, like, with the moms, they're regular people. What happened when they were kids? They didn't get sold off as cattle? Like, are they raising other kids to be moms and some kids to be cattle?
So episode 2 introduces multiple new characters. First we have little Sasuke, or Ray.
Little Sasuke. I can see that.
You got two boys and a girl. He's the quiet one that kind of sits along the tree and watches everybody.
Yeah.
In addition to, I think her name is Isabella, the mom, the demonic lady watching all of the children, this new lady is introduced named Krone. Her face looks even more demonic and insane than the other moms.
Like, she's kind of on the same level as the kids in the sense they both share the same enemy, but she has a different goal in mind. She still wants to take over the kids.
And in episode 2, the kids start to explore outside the woods because they don't really tell anyone else. Only Emma and Norman know about selling the kids, so they start to search for a way to escape. Much smarter than I would be at that age.
Like, they're also keeping a poker face, mind you, after they just got traumatized from episode 1.
Yeah.
And you see, like, Emma, she cannot keep it together at first when she's like holding the tray, like,
she's like shaking, freaking out.
Like, yeah, and then everyone else, she sees all the kids like jumping on the mom, so happy, and she's like, oh my fucking god. And then Norman, he comes in with the other kids being normal, and she's like, what the heck? Well, how can you be so calm? And he whispers in her ear, you have to stay calm. But the mom is smart. She can see that they've already figured it out.
Yeah.
Like, in a way.
The kids are smart as well because they know that mom is pretty much watching them.
Yeah.
They start looking for devices along the premises, like to see if they're being watched or listened to.
Yeah.
Which is even more freaky. They figure out that they are not, but I'm still not convinced. They also see clocks everywhere. In the opening song, first of all, which is amazing by the way, and then just in the first episode and everything, you start to see like clocks in the background and that kind of makes you wonder too what's happening as well. The reason they went to see Connie in the first episode when she was getting shipped off to the demons and they found her killed is to give her a teddy bear back. And then they weren't able to do that. The mom finds it. They start to realize that they are being tracked somehow by the mother because they know when they're out playing tag what time they come back. And
they figure to look at the baby because if it really is implanted in them, then the scar should be fresh.
Yeah.
Emma looks through the baby to see, like, that sounds so weird.
She scans the baby.
She scans the baby, tries to look for like some kind of scar, and she finds it behind the ear, and she finds like this little bump. Now at first, like, she'd think, oh, it's a mosquito bite, but then she remembers that she had that same kind of scar, but the mom told her that it was a little scar from those vaccine as a kid.
Yeah,
they said
something that's probably not true.
Yeah, the mom said that they used to be vaccinated, and so that was the scar. But the fact that like everyone has that, she's like, that must be where the tracking device is, because she asks Norman and Ray like, oh, did you have this? And they're like, oh yeah. And they're like, well, it's in our ear and it's probably too small to really crush, and if we do, what happens if she gets notified? So there's all these different things that I would have never thought of as a kid.
These little details just add more and more and more to this.
I'm 25 and I still wouldn't make a list this detailed.
Emma wants to bring everybody, all 38 kids, across this huge concrete wall with only a rope. Then Ray, the kind of guy who looks like Sasuke, is like, no, let's just leave everybody to die, pretty much.
Yeah.
And they kind of have this argument, which Emma succeeds in, I think, because Norman likes her.
Yeah, but like Ray, he is pretty logical. You want to get one rope and expect everyone to run and climb up this damn thing. That ain't gonna happen. I think it'd just be quicker if the three of us did it, because we're the smartest and we're the fastest. And she's like, no, I'm doing it. And Norman's like, I like her, so I'm going to do it.
Starting episode 4, the other kids suspect one of the kids to be a spy that is informing Isabella, the freaky insane mom, that the kids are trying to escape.
The reason that led up to them assuming that there is a traitor amongst them is because the mom has somehow calmed down a lot. She hasn't given any mannerisms that make them think that she's watching them as closely as she was before. And so they assume that it's possible that she's being fed information from someone within the kids.
When I started episode 4, I literally, I watched it in the middle of the night, no lights on, noise canceling headphones, and this episode had so many first-person views of them walking through stairs or through doorways extremely slowly in the dark. It was a perfect episode to watch that way. They tell 2 different people where they hid rope that they're planning to escape with to try and catch the sneak.
Supposedly he told 2 different people, but really visibly as a viewer you only saw Norman tell Ray that. And then there's a moment of silence and he just looks at Ray, he's like, I know it's fucking you.
内通者は君だったんだね、レイ。
So that tells me that the only person who ever knew where the ropes were besides Norman was Ray. That's an ingenious thing. I'd never think of a plan like that.
I think he's had one slip up where he gets really nervous, but other than that, Norman is just so level-headed. More than that, he's just trying to care for Emma.
I like how Ray also implied, you know, you haven't even planned what happens even if you do escape. Clearly we're in here because other people out there want us dead. What happens if they see us? So I'm interested to see if they will even put that in the 12 episodes.
Yeah.
How they can even get past that. I haven't read the manga.
If we get to see the outside world at all, I really want to get to see the outside world in the season, but I don't know if we're going to.
Hopefully we do, and I legitimately see it. Not like Danganronpa, where at the end you kind of saw the outside, but not really. Kind of ended there. So excited for the escape scene. I'm waiting for that day, man.
We gotta talk about episode 5 too.
Crone runs really freaky. It's terrifying how fast she runs.
Yeah,
when they play tag, even though it's a game, it's as if it's so uneasy because you get an idea of what a real escape's gonna look like. Yeah. Crone will grab everybody. When she's like, I got everyone, it scared
the mom
Emma.
Chasing the kids is do you remember the scene with Emma and Crone? Emma was hiding. Maybe 2 minutes she was hiding. The mom looking for her under everything, she's just freaking out. If she finds her, she's actually going to die. That's what it feels like.
And it's weird. Crone, she knows that she's hiding. She's saying a lot of things to get her out. She's like, just so you know, I don't know if you saw that day that Connie died, or she called it the harvest.
全部知ってしまったのね。
We saw Isabella, the mom, being given the information about who the kids it is, but we don't know if it's Gilda or not. Gilda, we actually went to Crone, and then Crone was like, I know, and then Gilda's like, what are you talking about? And started that makes me so confused. I don't know who it is. I really don't know who it is.
Yeah, I can't tell either, but it's really terrifying because it's just that tag scene, it means more than just a game, you know?
Yeah.
And then she tells her I don't know if you saw the harvest that one day, but if you did, I just want to let you know, I'm also on your side.
Yeah,
and then she's just she just hesitates. She's like, what does she mean by that?
Aren't those scenes so creepy with Kone and the
she
bear?
looks over her I found you. Oh man. And then that's the moment Emma was like, fuck, we got a long way to go if I'm gonna escape here.
I kind of think she's being controlled by the demons, or she was from when she was a child, because I feel like she's gonna have some sad backstory to make us feel bad for the mom eventually.
There is nothing you can make me to feel any remorse for that woman.
What if all of her friends died? All 36
she's killing
kids.
Innocent kids. I mean, I'll have to wait. But
from a child.
I guess, but
that wouldn't make you feel bad for her. If, she was in the same position.
Of course, I feel bad for her. In fact, I still think that she was in that position, but she turned out to be a prodigy, and they were very impressed with her.
Yeah.
But she knows what she's doing. She's manipulating everyone around her, even the other mom. So she literally doesn't care about anyone. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Episode 5. Do you think it's actually Ray? Do you think it's gonna be? That's the question.
I think so.
I don't want it to be Ray so bad.
But I think it's because Norman, he even asked Emma before you found out it was Ray. He was all like, I have a question for you. If I find out who really is the traitor and it's really one of these other kids and it's someone close to you, do you still want to save them?
Save them or not?
And then she's like, yeah. And he's like, You're dumb as shit. You're lucky I like you. You are.
How are we gonna pull that?
I know, right? And it matters a lot that it's Ray because Emma loves Ray, you know, as a friend.
If it's Ray, I'm just disappointed because I'm like, I like that character from the start.
Even if he's the
amigos.
traitor, I'd like to think he wants to outweigh that part of himself with like the love he has for his friends. I really hope that like there's gonna be some conflict of morals because if he turns out just to be an absolute like genius at having a poker face and he really is a traitor
That's
and
sad.
just
That should make
then
you
that will just be sad.
This
I'll
world's
be like,
already
what?
sad enough.
That's my 2 cents.
If you want to be depressed, go watch The Promised Neverland. Go subscribe to Akidearest. I'll put our channel link in the description. This was really fun. I can't wait to keep watching
Hell
the
yeah.
series. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
イエーイお兄ちゃん
何もいらないはずだったなのにまだ I'm so serious ああまだ間に合う Now I'm gonna break it out Baby それがねそんなに甘くないよでもきっとそんなに悪くないよ Ah, give me fire Light it up baby 燃やしちゃうぜ